Level 1. Hang around. The parking lot is a wall of chrome and engine heat. 40 Harleys, all American made. Yours is a used Sportster 883 off Craigslist, and everyone can tell. Nobody greets you. Nobody tells you to leave. You stand near the edge with a beer and a reason to stay. You watch the men in leather cuts, the sleeveless vests they call their colors, and you learn the first rule before anyone says it. You do not touch another man's cut, not even accidentally. The vest is not clothing. It's identity and rank, and an entire life stitched onto cowhide. You come back next Friday, and the one after. You hold doors. You move out of the way. You help load gear without being asked. After 2 months, a man they call Brick looks at you across the bar and nods once. You go home and feel it in your chest for 3 days. That nod is your entire progress report. There will not be another one. Level 2. Associate. Someone vouched for you. Not publicly, just a word in the right conversation. You get invited to the poker run in Bakersfield. You ride dead last in formation behind 30 bikes, eating exhaust, keeping 2 car lengths back because that is your place and you know it without being told. You learn the language. 81 means Hell's Angels, H and A, 8th and first letters of the alphabet. Church is the weekly meeting at the clubhouse, blinds drawn, door bolted, where chapter business gets decided. You won't attend church for a long time. You learn that members ride roughly 12,000 miles a year. You learn this is not optional. You also learn what you are not. You are not a 1%er. Not yet. The diamond patch marking a man as someone who operates entirely outside the law, that's not yours. You haven't earned the right to that identity. But you're learning what it costs. You're learning whether you can pay it. Silence, out here, is the only currency that matters. Level 3. Prospect. A full patch member sponsors you. He stands in front of the chapter and vouches with his own reputation. If you embarrass him, it lands on both of you. You get a bottom rocker on your cut. Your chapter's city, nothing else. No death's head, no top rocker, half a vest. Everyone who sees it knows exactly what you are. Someone's still being decided. Your life is now the chapter's errands. You guard the clubhouse at 2 a.m. You clean bikes belonging to other men. You run across town at midnight for cigarettes because a full patch wanted cigarettes. You do it without being asked twice and without making a face. They test your patience, your temper, your breaking point. You take it, all of it. Because if you snap, if your voice rises, if your hands come up, if contempt flickers across your face for even a second, you're done, permanently. The timeline is not yours to know. 6 months, maybe 5 years. One day without warning, they call a vote. It must be unanimous. Every patched member in the charter. One no, and you're out. No appeals, no second chance. You never find out who voted against you. Level 4. Full patch. Church goes silent when the president stands and reads your name. Every hand goes up. Within 9 days, you get tattooed. Not the patch, the ink. The patch stays property of the club. The tattoo is yours. When they take everything else, they cannot take that. You wear the 3-piece for the first time. Hell's Angels across the top. The death's head in the center. Your state on the bottom. You stand in a mirror wearing it, and it feels exactly like you imagined, and also nothing like you imagined. Because no amount of wanting something prepares you for the actual weight of having it. You pay dues. You attend every church. You answer your phone at 4 a.m. without complaint. The patch gives you something money can't buy. Gravity. You walk into a room, and it shifts. It also puts a federal target on your back that never comes off. Every ATF agent in 3 states knows what you're wearing. You are a person of interest for the rest of your life. Not a suspect, technically, which means the same thing and is somehow worse because there's no charge to fight. Level 5. Filthy few. Not every full patch earns this. Most don't. You come back from something the chapter needed done. The chapter won't say what, and you won't say what you did, and 2 SS lightning bolts appear on your vest beneath the words, filthy few. No speech, no explanation. Law enforcement has a theory about what this patch means. The club says it means you're the first to arrive at a party and the last to leave. Nobody in the room believes that. The men who wear it don't discuss it. The men who don't wear it don't ask. There is also the Di Quialo, named after the bugle call Santa Anna played at the Alamo, the one that meant no quarter and no prisoners. Earned by men who chose violence over compliance at the moment of arrest. It sits beside the filthy few on vests belonging to men who have made a very clear statement about how they feel about the law. You wear your patches the way other men wear medals, which is exactly what they are. Level 6, Sergeant at Arms. You are the chapter's interior weather system. You keep order in church. You watch the door. Before anything sensitive gets discussed, you sweep the clubhouse for listening devices, because Operation Black Biscuit was real. ATF undercover agents, 3 years inside the Mesa chapter. A brother who turned informant for $500 a week. The lesson? The man you trusted longest might have been wearing a wire from the first handshake. So you trust your instincts more than your friends. This is not paranoia, it's the job. Discipline runs through you. A member missing church without explanation? You find out why. A rival club tagging walls in your zip code? You don't wait for a vote, you act. Then, you tell the president. When it comes to the safety of the chapter, your word is law. You sleep light. You have for years. You stopped being surprised by that a long time ago. Level 7, Vice President. The president is the face. You are the spine. You manage what the membership doesn't see. Dues running behind, a member whose behavior is becoming a liability, a message from a Nevada charter that requires a response that won't accidentally start a war nobody wants right now. You sit across from VPs from 8 other charters and negotiate territory and runs and disputes that arrived at the table already 2 steps from violence. You also manage the rot. Every chapter has it. The member whose ambition has outgrown his patience. The one skimming. The one talking to someone who drives a car with government plates. Half your job is identifying these men before they become problems. The other half is solving them quietly, before the president has to know. You carry 2 phones. You sleep 4 hours. Your wife, if you still have one, has stopped asking where you were. Level 8, Chapter President. Your photo is on a board in a federal building. Not your chapter's board, a building in Washington that tracks organizations. You lead by presence, not force. The sergeant handles force. You handle architecture. When to expand. When to absorb a support club. When the tension with the Mongols has escalated past posturing and requires a real decision. You chair church. You don't vote unless it ties. You have a lawyer on permanent retainer who specializes in RICO statutes, because that's how they dismantle motorcycle clubs, and it has worked before. Every president before you either stepped down, got locked up, or died. There is no 4th category. You knew this when you took the seat. You took it anyway. That tells you something about yourself you've stopped pretending to be surprised by. Level 9, Nomad. Your bottom rocker no longer reads a city. It reads Nomad. You answer directly to national leadership. You go where the club needs you. A chapter in Phoenix with internal rot, a territory in the Pacific Northwest ready to be organized, a message that cannot be written down or spoken on a phone. You ride alone most of the time now. You have been investigated, indicted, and acquitted of things you didn't do. You were never charged for things you did. Every chapter house from Oakland to Boston puts a beer on the bar when you walk in. No introduction required. You are not at peace. You are at home. In this life, that's rarer. Level 10, the end of the road. 3 ways out. A federal courtroom. A RICO indictment built over 3 years by a man you called a brother. You do your time. You say nothing. You come out and the brothers are there and the bike is there. Or a rival decides your name is worth a bullet. The Quebec Biker War killed over 160 people. That war ended. The tensions didn't. Or you step down. You shake hands. You walk out. One day your phone rings and a voice you trusted for 30 years tells you quietly that you're no longer a friend to them. No ceremony, no letter. Just gone from the only world you ever built a life inside. The chapter doesn't pause. A new prospect moves up. The bikes still ride. The formation still holds. On the first Friday after you're gone, someone new is standing near the wall with a beer, waiting for a nod from a man they don't yet know. They don't understand what they're standing at the edge of. They will.